So part one of this video, in case you missed it, I laid out the top 8 YouTubers that I follow, and I wanted to narrow that down into the top YouTuber that I want to recommend for 2020. Medzi69 and Martin Dogger easily moved on in their two battles with Every Good Name Is Taken and Crazy Tactics, but now we're going to focus on Armored Pants against Fujitsu Blitz. So, starting off with the 3 seed Armored Pants. We'll see here on the home screen, well, it's just uploads. That's it. So, how about playlists? Very well broken down here, although a little disappointing to see like the stuff for new players. 312 videos, really? Tank reviews, 276. Tips and hints, 311 videos. So, a lot of stuff jumbled together here. But the one playlist that I do want to point out, regardless if you follow Armored Pants or not, is this advanced gameplay. There's 4 videos, not sure why KV2 got stuck in here. Gun handling, decision making. These videos are absolutely great. A lot of detail on the dynamics of the game that everyone should watch, in my opinion. But you can see a lot of videos here broken down by Russian line, French line, German line. So let's just take a look here at the videos just so we get an idea. Not sure what's going on because you've got 4 videos in the last 2 weeks, but if you look at the 3 months ago, it looks like you're getting about 3 videos a week. So not as regular of a content provider as Martin Dogger or Medzi. But what I do want to point out, if you've watched any of these videos, and hopefully you have, super detailed. Spends a lot of time looking at each tech on Blitz Hanger, and so if you want to go into the finer points of the reviews, you're going to learn a lot from this channel. Challenging Armored Pants is Fujitsu Blitz, and we see his YouTube page here. And looking at the front page, you've got popular uploads and uploads. So again, a little bit disappointing on the layout of the home page, but in looking at the popular uploads, one of the things I want to point out is some of these videos that Fujitsu posts are actual World War II history related. We'll get to that a little bit more in a second, but if we skip on over to playlists, very well broken down into different sections. We've got gameplay and review, German armor, Russian armor, you know, talking about different updates. And there doesn't seem to be a lot of cross-pollination with videos getting into lots of different categories here, so makes it a lot easier to find what you're looking for. And so 2 playlists that I do want to point out: Real Tanks, Real Stories. He talks about specific tanks and their use in World War II, and just some general strange but true history stories. And you know, we'll pull this open. Secret police organizations, you know, just a lot of history here on this channel. So it's not just gameplay, game reviews. So from an entertainment perspective, this is a lot of stuff that you can't find on anybody else's channels. And I joined in on a live stream. He does a lot of live streams. You know, he's just laid back British guy with his shirt collar pulled up, and he's sitting there smoking away, playing his games, and even on Sunday morning he was there talking about the latest Blitz tournaments and player movements and stuff. So here's a person that knows a lot of the insight, a lot of the details, very laid back, just enjoys the game, not afraid to take on the issues with what's going on, what's right and what's wrong. And so while, you know, I don't see him as being the best player statistically out there in the game, I think just his general knowledge of everything in the game, the history, is the wild card factor that is going to make him the upset victor over Armored Pants. I think that was the closest battle between Armored Pants and Fujit's Blitz, but we move on to Droodles and his royal fatness. Here is Droodles' YouTube page, nicely colored, very consistent with his thumbnails, and we get to the home page here. He's got uploads, popular uploads, worst teams, how to medium, and maps. So one of the best organized between him and Martin Dogger as far as the homepage. Let's take a look at the playlist. Needs a little bit more organization here, but let's just skip on over to the videos. And the first thing you're going to notice is that he's putting out between 2 to 3 videos per day. A lot of these videos now are comparing two tanks at the same tier against each other, which is rather unique and a good way of comparing tanks. One of the things that I was disappointed about, I watched his T-54E2 Shark video, and it seemed like he was trying to rush it and get it out by doing 3 videos in a row, and which is something actually that his Royal Fatnesses features. And in one video he said that the dispersion was bad, and then 2 games later he said the dispersion was good. So a little bit of conflicting information in his games, you know, so I'm not sure how much thought, time, and effort goes into them. Obviously these two are probably the best 2 players out of the 8 that I've got pulled up. And there's no doubt that they're good players, but I just think that a little bit more effort could go into the research. I feel like, you know, it's just play and post. And so that's a little bit of a disappointment with Droodles. Competing against Droodles is his Royal Fatness, and we'll pull up on the home page here, and yeah, it's just uploads, nothing fancy. Playlists, there's just one, and then on the videos you'll see there is 12 videos within the last month, and then some videos from 3 or 4 years ago when he was making videos with his brother. And so Royal Fatness is obviously new back into the YouTubing game. Notorious for being a really great player on the NA server. I had a battle against him, and you know, quite honestly, I would say, you know, a stat whore. I was in a Malshin, he was in, I believe, the Sheridan. It was definitely one of the missile tanks, and it was 5-on-1, and he shot his missile, did his damage, and then proceeded to ram me, killing himself because he knew he wouldn't reload and get another shot in, and just wanted that extra damage. Nothing wrong with that. If you're a player at that level of a 70% win rate, you know, well over 2K per battle, that's what you're going to do. To keep those stats up. Now, again, getting back here to having 12 videos in the last month, you're getting about 2 a week. Granted, these are the best discussion videos that I have heard from anybody. The way he picks apart the game and describes how he does what he does on the battlefield, everybody can learn from him. However, you have to have tier 10s. This is what he's playing. This is what he's putting out there. I don't see him doing a tier 6 tank review. That's just the way it is. So, you know, obviously this is why I've put him in the top 8, because it's a must watch for everybody. But as far as being somebody that you're going to get entertainment value, lots of videos, lots of different quality, quantity, it's not him. So we're going to move Droodles on to the next round, and another really tough competition between these 2 blitzers. So, with only one real upset, we move into the final 4. Medsy and Droodles, you know, very, very similar in the amount of videos that they're putting out, very similar in the quality of videos that they're putting out. You know, For me, I'm going to go with the long-term Medsy just because he's been doing it for a while. I know he's going to be there for a while. I'm not sure Droodle's longevity in the game. This might be a fleeting thing. He's younger. He might be moving on, kind of like Pantoufleee has to bigger and better later on. Now Fujitsu versus Martin Dogger. I moved Fujitsu up just because of all of the history on his channel. I really love that he puts that there. I think that's something completely different from all of the other channels. But like I said about Martin Dogger, he's got the best editing. He's a teacher. He knows how to break everything down simply, and he's just got the best quality. So if I had to choose just one between Medsy and Martin Dogger, I'm going to go with Martin Dogger. Obviously, these guys are all great. All 8 of these guys are great. But if I had to choose to watch only one for the rest of my life, I'm choosing Martin Dogger. So, guys, I'm going to put links to all of these guys in the video description below. So make sure you visit them, subscribe to them, and just enjoy this great community that we have. And of course, have fun, stay safe, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.